everyone! I just made a video that was like 12 minutes long and it cut off. So I had to delete a couple more videos off my iPad. Now I'm starting this video all over again, and I'm probably not going to remember half of what I said. I did start off by saying that I'm going to counseling tomorrow, and then Tuesday I have to go see my rheumatologist. And I'm going to talk to her about being so tired. I've been so tired the past few days, and I know it's my illnesses. But there's got to be something to give me some energy. And I'm not asking for, like, anything bad for me. Well, drugs in general are bad for you. All the medication I take is ridiculous. But it keeps me alive, so gotta take it. But anyway, I'm gonna ask her, what I can do for some energy. If there's anything, like, I don't know. No. But anyway, I've been all morning long, I've been dozing off, and I just can't seem to stay awake. I am so exhausted from doing nothing. But that happens with this illness, and it gets frustrating sometimes. So I figured I'd make a video to get myself awake so I can get some things done after I make the video. So I'm going to probably talk about a couple things in this video. One of them is roadies. Okay, when you're trying to meet a band, roadies come up to you and they're gross. And the other thing I'm going to talk about is Tesla, when we met them. So I'll start first by talking about Tesla. Tesla and Skid Row were on tour together. So we wanted to find Skid Row's hotel because there were quite a few hotels that bands stayed in. So we thought we would try this one because we saw a tour bus there. And so we went in the hotel and we sit down, and there was a bunch of groupies there, beautiful girls that were dressed very skimpy. And then there was me, not skimpy, not skinny, not anything like that. I was dressed in black, and, me and my friends were there, and we just decided to sit down and see who was there. Well, the first person that came down was Brian Wheat from Tesla. And he wasn't very nice. We got a picture, and then Frank, and then Jeff, Keith, the lead singer, he came down, and I can't remember the other guy's name. But anyway, after they all came down and we got pictures of them, talked to them for a few minutes, then Tommy, the guitarist, which I think his last name is Skeech, or something like that. I can't remember. So we're standing there waiting to talk to him, and he's staying in a corner. And I can't figure out why he's standing over there. He just keeps standing there. And it looked like he was trying to wiggle himself to try to do something. And I'm like, what is he doing over there? Like he was messing with his pants, trying to zip them. So he goes, "Hey," right? And I was like, because Tommy is hot, okay? Hot. And there were groupie girls around me that he could have called over there. And I said, "Me?" He said, yes, you come here. And I was like, okay. So I couldn't believe this. He's asking me to come over there, and all these groupie girls that are pretty are in there. Now, mind you, I had no self esteem then. I mean, none. So for him to ask me to come over was like, oh my gosh. I was just thrilled. So I went over there and he said, you got to help me. And I said, okay, what? He said, you need to zip my pants. And I said, what? He said, you need to zip my pants. Okay. Remember back then when spandex pants was really hip with the hair bands? He had these green and black, like tie-dyed almost, spandex pants, but they had a zipper in the back. And he said, I just can't for the life of me get this zipped. And I said, okay, well, I noticed, I'm looking back there, and he has no underwear on. So I'm seeing bare butt, okay? And at this point, I want to die because I am so embarrassed. Now, that was another thing. I get embarrassed very easy. I could talk to anyone, but when it came to stuff like that, getting fresh with me, or not a roadie, but if a guy was flirting with me, I kind of take back by that. I get really embarrassed. So when he said I had to zip his pants, I was just like, or he asked me, he didn't say I had to. So he was holding it, he had his stuff on the floor, and he was holding his stuff since I was going to zip his pants. So here I am pushing his bare butt in, trying to zip his pants in the back because they're so tight. And I said, have you gained a little weight since you put these on last? And I was being funny. And he said, no, I am the same weight. I said, I was just kidding. And he said, okay. So anyway, it took me like 5 minutes to get those pants zipped. And I got them zipped up, and he said, oh my gosh, thank you. And he kissed me on the cheek like 3 times. And he hugged me, and I got a picture of him. Well, I found out later that my friend Jolene took a picture of me zipping his pants. So if I can find that, I'll have to show it to you sometime. I need to find some of my pictures anyway so I can show them to you. But that was definitely an experience I'll never forget. It was, how do I put this? Of course, my friends were upset that it happened to me again, and I don't know why I guess because I radiate happiness. I don't know if that's why. Even though I had no self-esteem, I loved to smile. I loved to laugh, even back then. And maybe that's what it is. I don't know, because they're not as social as I am. My friends back then weren't. So I don't know if that was it or not. I have no idea. But they would always say that I took all the talking time, and I don't know. It made me feel bad then, because they want me to talk, do all the talking, because they won't. But yet when I do talk and something like that happens, then they get upset. So anyway, that was how that happened. And then later on that day, we went to another hotel and we found Skid Row. We got to meet Sebastian Bach, which was very rushed because there was so many people out there. And I'm talking, I would say 50 people. outside the hotel that he was trying to get through. And I was the only one that got my picture taken with him, which again, that made them mad. But some guy I don't know is in the picture with us. He just jumped right into the picture, and Sebastian isn't even looking in the picture. He's looking somewhere else. So, but that was that day. Now, I can't tell you about the roadie story, but I will tell you, roadies are disgusting. I've been approached by roadies before to ask me to do favors. So I won't even have to tell you the story of what happened, because it just goes to show you that they are disgusting, and women will do anything to meet a band. And I won't. I wasn't willing to do favors for anyone to meet any band, and I don't care who it is. But we were approached by some roadies when we went to try to meet Guns N' Roses, and we were on the second floor where you could see out this window. Well, the roadies noticed we were up there, so they came up and like trapped us in the ice machine room. They didn't really trap us. I mean, we could push ourselves out of the way. But they asked us if we wanted to meet Guns N' Roses. We're like, of course, that's why we're here. And then they started in on the favors garbage, and I was like, I would rather die. I am not going to stoop to your level to do anything like that. But that goes to show you that that kind of stuff happens too when you're trying to meet bands, and they think you're desperate enough to do anything to meet a band. And believe me, there was a few bands that I didn't meet, and I was fine with that because I wasn't going to stoop to that level. There is no way. I have more respect for myself. I have dignity. No. So that's the other side of the coin when you're trying to meet a band, that you're approached by roadies. And some of the security guards are kind of iffy too. But, yeah, that was really funny. The zip in the pants thing. And then, I mean, the roadies were hilarious because they thought they were going to get favors. And sorry. And that's another thing. My friends didn't say anything. They let me talk all of it, you know? There was like 4 roadies, and they were blocking us in the ice machine room. And I just pushed my way out of the room, and I was hoping they were going to follow my friends. So anyway, that's what happened. It's been 13 minutes, almost 14. So I'm going to go, and I will talk to you all soon. I love you all. Bye, everyone.